Closing time at the Last Chance Saloon. More teams finding out if they have homes to go to.
Once again, I find myself with my friends. Dance till the night away, it's like the party never ends. Then again, we don't want it to stop, cause tonight's the night. It goes sweatbox, laser beam flashing.
Galway under 21 sent Tip home after last orders.
Lashing to the music, I could do anything. Freaky deaky stars, speckles, and pink butterflies. And life is nice, so nice. I walk into a club and I found paradise. I'm seeing stars, I can't believe my eyes. Seeing stars, oh my, starry-eyed surprise. Sundown to sunrise, dance all night. We gonna dance all night.
Tyrone and Kerry just want a barrel house all day long.
It was Tomas O'Shea who was coming flying in there, and you could see Liam Hassett.
Sundown to sunrise, dance all night.
As the 50th free awarded by referee Jerry Kenevi in the match. A massive tally, tells its own story, and it underlines the indiscipline that has been running through the contest.
Now the record always spins on the trails we play.
Peter Canavan slips himself a Mickey Finn, but it's business as usual for the boys.
Owen Mulligan taking over the free-taking duties. Canavan had missed the last one, and Mulligan is bang on cue to point with tremendous accuracy. Hugh setting it up for O'Neill. Checked his stride well and kicked firmly and over. It's a second point for Stephen O'Neill. Brian Doore recovered from injury, demonstrating that brilliantly.
His actions defined the struggle of a generation. He was a symbol of times that were a-changing. From Bundoran to Carndonagh.
Frankie on the ground, getting a free. Who'll take this free? Brian McAniff, possibly. Brian McAniff placing the ball 70 yards out from the Donegal goal.
In 1972, when we went to Croke Park for an All-Ireland semi-final for the first time, the hype in the county was absolutely unreal. It's similar to what it is today, looking forward to the Armagh game, but Brian was appointed manager that year. He was a very young manager, probably the youngest in the country. He was also a very, very good right half-back.
Seamus Bonner getting it out to Brian McAniff. Brian McAniff kicking it in towards the goal. A good kick blocked by Harton has gone over the bar, and the team's on a level at 110 apiece.
I think the important thing for him was that he played very, very well, and if you're playing well, it makes it easier for the other players to acknowledge your input and listen to you as a manager. I remember the late John D. Hickey in the Independent previewing the game, saying that the gates would be closed before half-time to keep the attendance in, we'd be so far behind. But Brian used that particular article as a motivating factor in the dressing room, and I wouldn't be at liberty to say the language would have been coloured to an extent.
Pádraig McShea to take the kick out. He's taken an awful lot of kick outs in this game. It comes to Frankie McFeely.
I did have ambitions of being the first Donegal man to captain Donegal in All-Ireland semi-final, but thank God Anthony Malloy achieved that ambition in '92, some years later.
It's going to come in towards Harton. It's gone into the goal. It's gone into the goal.
Gunmen entered the stud around 9 o'clock last night.
Over the years, others have gone missing, but McAniff has been a stayer.
In a back room at gunpoint. They asked Mr. Fitzgerald where Shergar was boxed. They then loaded Shergar onto a horse box they'd brought with them.
I would have come into contact with Brian McAniff in around the early 80s, 1980, and I would have played in 82 under Brian McAniff, and we spanned something like 12, 14 years after that together.
I think one of the great attributes of a manager is to build a new team, a second team, and he succeeded in doing that. And again, we won Ulster in '83, went on to play, ironically enough, Galway in the semi-final, and were genuinely hit with a bad goal.
It might be more.
We thought we were going to be back in the Ulster final '84, '85, because we were young at the time, and a very young side. But it took us 6 years later to get back right back into an Ulster final again.
Higher, faster,
We want to be free to do what we want.
stronger. He brought them to the mountaintop.
It's hard getting into these finals and that there, and when you get in there, you have to make the best of them, you have to win them.
Martin McHugh with the first scoring chance of the match. A great point, a great kick by Martin McHugh. Tony Boyle.
Well, Brian brings, if you like, the ruthlessness of the business world into football management. If there are tough decisions to be made, he certainly doesn't shy away from them.
Hard stuff as Anthony Malloy lifts Donegal. Brian Murray, a good ball by Brian Murray. All over, Donegal have done it. A proud day for Donegal, and this presentation a fitting reward for courage.
For that present group of players under Brian McNulty, winning us the title was no good anymore. We wanted to go ahead and win the All-Ireland. After winning us the final in 1992, we were back out training again that Monday night. You know, there were no celebrations. Here was a team that was together like for what, from about 1982, and like 10 years later, like we started training, you know, the proper way, like we prepared the proper way, like just to achieve something.
He was absolutely steely in his determination that this team would win in All-Ireland. We had a belief, yet again, that we were close to the pinnacle. I suppose the psychology of the man was such that the fact that we were raging underdogs, he used to his advantage and to the advantage of the team. I think he could see that this vision was about to be achieved.
So off we go then. And straight away it's Anthony Malloy, the Donegal team captain. By 5 points to 4, coming looking for an equalising score. Martin McHugh, one of the cleverest footballers in the country. Still Martin McHugh drawing 4 Dublin defenders to him, and he slots it over the bar for the equaliser.
Brian would have cried that day in 92, like, with just sheer joy, like, and probably, you know, all his life's work, you know, came together for him in 1992.
And Anthony Malloy, the team captain, inspired by Brian McInniff. What a day for Brian. History is made. Anthony Malloy, the first Donegal man to lift Sam Maguire. The All-Ireland final is won.
Comes a look at on board Adam. I call Sam Maguire. I'd like to have done out of Donegal.
When Brian took over this year, one of the things he did say was, he said, you see these young fellas nowadays, he says, I simply cannot get inside their heads. And he obviously has got into their heads. He has managed that now as well.
He didn't have a lot to gain by coming back in. He'd won an All-Ireland. He'd been there and he'd done that. And I think, you know, to come back in and bring the team to where he's brought them this year, in my opinion, is as significant as winning an All-Ireland in '92.
I do know for a fact that Armagh don't like playing Donegal because they don't like our style of football.
My assessment of it is that Joe Kiernan would much rather meet Galway than meet Donegal. I would be quite certain about that.
I must say that I'm absolutely delighted and very excited about the prospects of having a rattle at Armagh. It's not different to playing Meath in 1990 or indeed Dublin in '92, so we don't have anything to fear and we have a great self-belief in Donegal.
Good slow, even fast, and pick up the speed, good. See what I mean? Okay.
And you're rushing headlong, you got a new go, and you're rushing headlong.
3, 2, 1, okay.
My name's McNulty, an Armagh footballer. My job is coach and director of Ballyboden Stennis GA Club in Dublin. People find it funny that I'm an Armagh footballer coach in Dublin, but that's my job and I have to do it the best I can.
What are you trying to do?
A lot of people say you're not as big as you seem on TV, but they tend to say about a lot of players. The TV maybe makes you look bigger or whatever. I'm 5'10", 5'11", so hopefully that's tall enough for my position. This Armagh panel has been together for the last basically 6 or 7 years, the majority of the squad, and we've been through a long, hard road. A lot of hard work done down the last number of years, but it's all been worthwhile winning Ireland last year. But hopefully it won't end there.
And now we're seeing Monaghan dethroning, and they have done so. They have beaten last year's Ulster and All-Ireland champions.
Well, after losing to Monaghan, I must say it was one of the lowest points of my career. But we met on the Wednesday night after the training in Armagh, and Joe sort of picked us all up and said we need to work harder, we need to do things better than we had done in the previous 2 or 3 months in preparation of that match.
Manager, the charismatic Joe Kiernan.
Well, I suppose the question we had to ask each of ourselves was, had we got the hunger to continue on, to train as hard, to not go out at night. Basically, we had to ask each other, have we still got the hunger to win? And I think hopefully we answered that up to this point, but Donegal might prove different.
The goal has arrived!
Waterford wasn't that comfortable up until the last 15 minutes. It was a harder game than most people recognised it would be. The Antrim game was a very tough game. We never won it until the last 2 or 3 minutes. A lot of people said those games would be easy, but they were far from easy. As soon as we knew we were playing Dublin, Joe said that maybe this is the spark that we needed to put into our season.
And you're rushing headlong, you got a new goal. And you're rushing headlong, out of control. And you think you're so strong, but there ain't no stopping, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do, no, there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it.
It's all over, and the All-Ireland champions have answered the big questions about their temperament, their will to win, their passion and their drive.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When you beat a team like Dublin, it's going to give you a lift. And it definitely gave us a new impetus that we needed in this season. It gave the players a lot more confidence, obviously, and we knew then at that stage that we were capable of going on further. The Limerick game was a very tough game. A lot of people wrote Limerick off before the match, but we'd watched them in videos and we knew that it was going to be a very, very hard game. We recognised a lot of quality forwards and a good midfield and good defence, so it hurt us well mentally and physically for each game.
Francie Bellew alongside him. Bellew and McNulty there.
The delay against Laois at half-time was more due to the fact that Laois were out early. And possibly we were out 2 or 3 minutes late. We just done what we normally do at half-time. Take a break, plenty of drinks, and plenty of water, and I think there's more made of it than possibly should have been. No, it definitely wasn't gamesmanship. It wasn't planned, it wasn't organised at all.
But the Armagh fans are going home the happier. They've won by 2 points.
A lot of comparison made between Armagh and Meath. I think unquestionably Meath had a big physical team. We have a big physical team. We have scoring forwards like they do, and we've scoring half forwards as well, you know. Both defences were very strong and physical, and that's probably where the comparison lies.
Will it be their day?
A lot of the media said that we felt that we didn't get enough recognition. Well, the bottom line is that Armagh won at Ireland last year. We don't really care, you know, what the media say about it. The fact is, in history books will show we won it.
Banged over the bar again, is it? Yes.
I suppose what Armagh have to do to prove that we are a great team is to first of all beat Donegal and then go on to the next match and win it as well. But primarily our focus is on the Donegal match. I didn't actually get to see the Donegal-Galway game due to playing for my club Ballybunion in the championship. But thank God I got to see the previous game in Croke Park in the drawing game. It makes it very exciting. You're waiting on the team to come out of the draw. But we know Donegal's going to be a very stern test.
There's a bit of character in this Donegal side.
You always adjust your game plan no matter what team you play. Like some teams play a long ball, some teams play a short ball like Donegal. If you don't adjust your game plan, then I think you won't go very far in the championship. I think the fact that there's 3 Ulster teams in the semi-final of Ireland suggests that Ulster is very strong and the football in Ulster is very strong. But at the same time, I think the team that wins that Ireland will be counted, or they'll be the team that will be remembered, not the teams that got to the semi-final of the Ireland.
Try and use both feet if you can. Try and use both feet. Good.
We're here in the Mall in Castlebar. It was originally, from what we can gather, Lord Lucan's cricket field. So to have young lads and lassies here hurling is, I suppose, ironic in a way. The concept is hurling on the green. And basically what we do is we bring our 4 coaches to the area. All the kids from the surrounding area come out and they get coached and they play hurling for about 3 hours every day, 4 days a week. Basically to just instill a love of hurling and camogie in both the boys and the girls, and to get them used to playing the actual game without any of the hassle that will come later on when they start playing championships and things like that. It's more of a fun thing.
They got 3 there. I'm taking a point off now for cheating. Okay, you ready?
There is a tradition there from back to years. So what we're really trying to do is, I suppose, regenerate it and get it back up to what it was.
When did Mayo last play in an All-Ireland camogie final?
Mayo played Dublin in Croke Park in 1959.
Can you name any of the Mayo players that played in that final? Mary Barrish from Ireland Lady played in goal that day.
Well, I can remember going up to Dublin to the All-Ireland final and walking in Croke Park. It was unbelievable, because I had never been in Croke Park before that. All the girls put in a great exhibition, surely, and we were the underdogs. Like nobody, I suppose, gave us a hope going against Dublin. The Dublin team were far stronger and more physical, and there was no shame on Mayo to get beaten, really, because Dublin were the reigning champions that time.
Ria Mannion from Manila was a defender that day.
My memory of it was going to the dressing room, getting ready, and we got a team talk from our manager, Gerald Bracken, and we were all on edge, nervous, so we couldn't wait to get out in the field. When we got there, a lot of people from home, waving and shouting our names and that. It was wonderful. In about mid-60s, things began to happen. Girls got married, girls immigrated, and interest fell. So it faded, totally faded.
And I'm looking forward to see this Castlebar team, and I think it should be brilliant. You feel like you're out there playing yourself.
The Castlebar Mitchins Camogie Club has been set up since last September. They didn't really play matches last year. It's only this year that we joined the Galway League, and now we're playing in the Galway Championship. I think camogie in Mayo is quite different to what I'm used to, because I'm originally from Tipperary. So it definitely is quite different to the way we play camogie at home. The interest, the level of interest, is definitely much lower in Mayo. Obviously it's a football county. Well, I definitely think my eyes have been opened since I came to Mayo from Tipperary, because you take everything for granted in Tipperary, from training sessions right up to playing matches. Everything is taken for granted. You go out and you play the game and you try to do the best that you can. In Mayo, it's different, because everything is completely new. Everyone is trying to learn the game, learn the skills, the rules, the positions, and it's starting from scratch. And it's definitely good to see, because everybody has to start somewhere. And the fact that there was a county team, that contested in an All-Ireland final is amazing, because there would have had to have been clubs around, and there's no evidence whatsoever. It's amazing.
Kept awake at night worrying about August's goals of the month? Help is at hand, and Eddie is at 3.
Huge free. Pressure on the backs. Coyne coming in. Brennan ever available. Still dangerous. Goal!
It's coming for a while, Joe.
Eddie Brennan, third time of asking, has whipped it into the back of the net. It's looked ominous for a while for these Tipperary backs. And in the end, Eddie stepped aside this way and that and lashed it in.
Enjoy the deep relaxation that only Joe Dean at number 2 can bring.
Contain him, however. Nobody can stop him. It's Timmy McCarthy all the way. Doc O'Connor fumbling it away. Comes towards Joe Dean. Scoring chance for Joe Dean. A goal!
He's a wizard, Joe. You see him coming here, just picks it up. You think he's going to be stopped, goes back on his left and flashes it in. David Fitzhenry is unsighted, Joe, really. You can't see the ball at all.
Soothe yourself with a little Rory McCarthy.
Coming to it. And here it is with Mitch Jordan fed ahead there to the man. A goal, and it's Rory McCarthy, they're level.
It's a
comeback.
Fantastic score, Joe. Great ball. I'd say this is going to go to a replay.
The summer song of Adrian Sweeney.
Donegal and Fermanagh have met on 10 occasions. Donegal lead by 7 victories to 3.
Sweeter and longer than he ever thought it would be.
Coming through the centres, Raymond Gallagher. Stepping by the challenge of McCready. Taking a shot and it's over.
Well, this year, I suppose, we're probably looking forward to championship. We're glad to get the league out of the way, We're in against Fermanagh, who've always, over this last couple of years, have been you know, it's a local derby and it can go either way, you know, and probably didn't play anywhere near up to scratch that day, and then Enniskillen, you know, and Fermanagh came edges out by 3 or 4 points.
Given along by Marty McGrath, aimed at Stephen Maguire. They have an opportunity here, and it slipped inside the post. Still there for Ronan McCabe, and it's over the bar.
That was very disappointing because we felt that after a poor league that if we got off to a good enough start in the championship that we'd get on a run, you know.
Breaking ball goes to Adrian Sweeney. Difficult angle for Sweeney on his favourite left boot. The crowd behind will tell you, and it's gone over.
From then we've had 5-6 games on the trot now, and we've won most of them. Well, every game you get that wee bit of confidence, you know. So we're happy enough now to be in the semi-final.
Brendan Boyle, time to settle himself. This is an important moment in the game, and Donegal have got another point. Is this going to be Donegal's day? Most people thought it would be Galway. There's the whistle, and Donegal have beaten Galway.
The high point would be probably the Galway game to date, you know, because we're coming in against probably what everybody thought was one of the All-Ireland contenders, you know, and they haven't beaten them, and especially having to go to Castlebar, you know, which was at the time I don't think it was that fair, you know. Having beaten them down the heart of Connacht was probably